Don't got the lowers on. Let's get that really fast. Bingo, bango, bongo. Hey, guys, what's going on? It's Monday. Tonight was Raw. A really good episode of Raw. Why is this camera up so high? There we go. We're looking better. We're looking better. I'm all kinds of off right now. But with that, guys, I want to say thank you for joining me here. What's going on? We had a Monday Night Raw tonight that was really, really good. I enjoyed everything on tonight's Raw. I thought this was one of the better episodes of Monday Night Raw that we've seen in a while. So, yeah, that New Day angle was not what I was expecting. Not at all. Like, I thought it was either going to lead to Woods and Kofi breaking up or Big E coming back and everyone going, all right, yeah, we're good. And then they, New Day, and they celebrate and they do the thing and then maybe throw some pancakes and bring back the booty-os. But them telling E, you left us, you didn't come back, when this man was trying to get cleared to come back to them and didn't want to come back. No, oh, who was it that they said? I probably have it in my notes. I don't remember further down, but they said somebody, Woods was like, I was out with an Achilles and needed surgery. It was back in 9 months. You've been over 2 years. Different injuries, bub. And I know I'm getting into this like it's real, but to me it is real. This was good. This was really good. I liked this. I thought it was great. Elite, you're dumb. No, Gunther did not look weak. We'll talk about that later. Gunther did not look weak. Gunther got attacked from behind after having a match. So it's like, if you think that's looking weak, then most people look weak. Does Sami Zayn look weak at the end of the show? I beg to differ. I beg to differ. So, yeah, a whole lot of stuff to talk about. A really good episode of Raw. And again, these 2-hour Raws fly by. Main event comes on and I go, main event time already? What? Already? So, yeah, loving the 2-hour Raws. Most likely going back to 3 in January, unfortunately. No, you did not say he didn't look weak, Elite. Your thing is, and no, Gunther looking weak. That's saying Gunther looking weak. Not unless you miss the T. But because you said poor Shayna, and no, Gunther looking weak means Gunther was looking weak. So yeah, you did say he looked weak. Whether you didn't mean it or not, that's how you wrote it. That's how you wrote it, bub. Anyways, enough of that. We got so much to talk about. Obviously, no Luke tonight. He's got school stuff, so he won't be with us at all this week. Won't be with us for tonight. Won't be with us for Wednesday, and that's okay. School is important. School comes first. And with that, I want to say thank you for joining us here. Twitch.tv/PWU Unlimited, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. Remember, if you are watching live on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can either help us out by hitting that donate button down below or donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also, remember, that is the best way while watching on Twitch to get your comment, question, or concern read live on the air. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to the channel one of 2 different ways. You can subscribe with a tiered subscription, or you can subscribe with Amazon Prime, because remember, if you have Amazon Prime, then you have Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming gives you a lot of cool things like free games, free stuff for games, and you always get 1 free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month. And I greatly appreciate it if you did right here, Wrestling Unlimited. Also, remember, help us out on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. That way you know when we post new videos. That way you know when we go live. And that way you know when we post to the community tab. Also, remember, you can hit the join button to become a channel member. As a channel member, we got a lot of cool things coming for you guys. We talked about this on the Survivor Series podcast. I want to start doing watch-alongs with channel members and Patreon members. We'll do watch-alongs, exclusive just for the members, subscribers. And then we will review what we just watched. The reviews will then come out later for everybody else. But the watch-alongs, again, will be exclusive for those Patreon and YouTube member subscribers. Plus, like, I have a couple other things in the works that I'm thinking about doing as well. All stuff coming in the new year. Also, remember, if you want to get your comment, question, or concern read live on the air on YouTube, you can do so by hitting that hitting the button to donate a super chat or a super sticker in the live chat. Also, head over to the Epic Game Store. for a little bit longer until tomorrow. They still have their Black Friday sale going. If you want to go over there and pick something up, don't forget to use our code PW Unlimited. Whether you're buying a new game, whether you're buying an old game, whether you're claiming a free game or getting bucks for Rocket League, Fortnite, or Fall Guys, use our code PW Unlimited at checkout and you will be supporting us at no extra cost. Maybe you're getting into that new Fortnite Hunters season. Maybe you're waiting for OG to come in a couple of days, getting that music pass, getting that Lego pass. Use our code PW Unlimited at checkout. You'll be supporting us at no extra cost. Use code PWU NLIMITED for all Epic Games and Epic Game Store purchases. Maybe you want to get these new little blue bunny kicks, the shoes, the kicks that are the rage right now in Fortnite. Maybe you want the new Furious Dodge Viper SRT in Fortnite. Get that Hellcat. Use our code PW Unlimited. Also, we're brought to you by Aura Frames and Spilt Chocolate Milk. We'll talk about them a little bit later. So with all of that, as far as Monday Night Raw does go, first half hour was commercial free. And honestly, I expected more out of a commercial free first half hour with CM Punk opening the show. I really did. I thought something bigger, something better was going to happen. And it was just him and Seth having a war of words and kind of spatting a little bit, but nothing important. And then it built to the main event. And I was kind of just like, okay, this wasn't bad. But being like, you know, CM Punk's opening the show, first half hour commercial free. I think I hyped myself up too much in thinking it was going to be more than it was. So I guess that's on me. But as far as the show does go, it was weird because like they open up the show and Joe Tessitore's like, welcome to the Angel of the Winds Arena here in Everett, Washington, just north of Seattle. Tonight we celebrate, and then all of a sudden it cuts to a recap of Survivor Series. He was about to say tonight we celebrate the New Day, and then someone in production goes, beep, wrong, hit the button. So I don't know if they clicked the wrong button. I don't know if he jumped the gun, but yeah. So we get this video, recapping Survivor Series. Good little video, whatever. Not long, couple minutes, that's it. Then we see Kofi and Woods entering the building. They tell us that we're getting the New Day 10th anniversary celebration, but that it is odd and telling that they've entered the arena separately. CM Punk then enters the arena, bumps into Jay and Sammy, kind of dabs them up a little bit, fist bump. Punk then hugs Jay. Sammy was less enthused to see CM Punk. And then Punk goes, I got to get going. His music hits, and he heads out to the ring. Last time Punk was on Raw, he said that he wasn't sure what his future held, coming out of a career-threatening Hell in a Cell match. He was coming out of a career-threatening War Games match this time, but this time, he knew exactly where he was going. He felt much better this time around. He handled his business with Drew McIntyre and handled some personal business for a friend, Paul Heyman. He knew what his future has in store. He stood on the ropes and pointed to where the WrestleMania sign should be. Kind of maybe insinuating, I'm making my way to WrestleMania. Is this him saying, I'm entering the Rumble? I want to be in the Chamber? I don't know. It might have been him saying, I want to be in the Royal Rumble, but before he could really say anything more, out comes Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins interrupts. Punk mouthed the words, didn't say them, but mouthed, fucking gotta be kidding me. I loved it. Punk just, you see the dejection on his face. He's just like, fucking gotta be kidding me. Like, this guy again. So Rollins comes down and goes, I've been thinking a lot. I've been thinking that night you returned, maybe I should have knocked your ass out. Said over the last year, a lot has gone by the way. He said, I wanted you, and then, well, you got hurt. Yeah, I was busy defending titles, trying to take down the bloodline. Last time I saw you, we came close to taking shots, but you were coming off a Hell in a Cell, and I kind of had pity for you. He said that he saw Punk standing next to Roman Reigns and decided, yeah, no, that was a mistake. Rollins removes his jacket, and said, there's nothing standing between us now. Tonight felt like the night where I would knock your ass out. Punk has the great line here going, did you not listen? Because I just said I'm over personal stuff. And I guess I got beef with you that I didn't even know about. It's like, the only reason I ever came after you was because you had a title that I wanted 6 months ago. And you don't have it anymore. So, yeah. Punk knew what his future is and said, quote, and kid, you ain't it. Punk said Rollins might have been thinking about him for the past 6 months, but Punk doesn't think about him at all. Punk had business to take care of and told Rollins to stay out of it. Rollins told Punk he didn't listen. Or Rollins told Punk he doesn't listen enough because, well, you are my business. Rollins then shoved Punk down to the ground, and Punk looked at him like, oh, that's how we're going to do this. Punk jumps up, and they have a weird exchange that almost looks like they were going to, like, do a grappling thing because, like, Punk, like, tries to shoot at him, then he gets up and they kind of, like, throw Shane McMahon punches. It was weird. It was weird. It didn't look great, but whatever. Punk then tackles him to the ground. They brawl, and then out comes Sammy and Jay to kind of break things up. Officials eventually run down. Jay leaves with Punk, while Zayn stays back with Rollins. Rollins told Punk and Jay to leave and told Jay, go run back to Roman Reigns. And Sammy goes, excuse me? Oh, well, no. You don't talk to Jey Uso like that. Rollins understood why Jay went back to Roman, why Jay went back with family. But Sammy? Why? Crowd starts chanting Sammy Uso. Rollins said that he was closer to Zayn than Zayn ever was to the bloodline. We came up in this business together. We have known each other for 20 years, which is not wrong. Ring of Honor. They were in Ring of Honor together before they both made it to WWE. Zayn cut him off and said, oh, I never wanted to team with CM Punk. I never wanted him my partner. But we had to have him as our partner because you turned us down twice. Because you were too damn stubborn. Rollins said he was never going to team with a monster like Roman Reigns. And Sammy said, oh, really? Well, aren't you the one that created the monster when you put that chair across Roman's back 10 years ago? Rollins said that he had already apologized for what he did and knew it helped create the tribal chief. But Zayn was guilty of the same thing. Reigns treated everybody like crap, which led Zayn to turning on him. They worked together to take down the bloodline. Do you remember what we did at WrestleMania? And urged Zayn to remember. Rollins wondered if Reigns had ever apologized to him. Rollins said that his stubbornness wasn't the issue. It was Zayn being naive. Zayn could see Rollins was frustrated and said, you want to get some anger out? You want to fight? I'll fight you tonight. Blow off some steam. And Seth said, all right, let's go. You got it. So that set up our main event for later on in the show. And this was the first 25 minutes of the show. Then they aired some footage from Survivor Series that you only saw if you watched on social media. It was Finn Balor and JD and Carlito attacking Damian Priest. They said Priest has a messed up shoulder because of this. Well, kind of messed up in the match with Gunther. But they said Priest is now walking around with a sling. The Judgment Day met backstage. And Finn, still trying to play leader, Liv's like, why are you still worrying about Damian Priest? And why did you guys attack him? Balor's like, excuse me? I'm the one getting stuff done. And Priest is not walking around champion thanks to me. So maybe if you would have just listened to me, you guys would have won War Games. And Liv's got this look on her face like, you rat bastards, shut the fuck up. Balor's all full of confidence and happy with what he did. Morgan then said, I hope you know what you're doing. Balor then said, quote, when everyone listens to Finn, Judgment Day wins. She then said that, oh, well, Raquel and I got a match we got to go get ready for. We'll see you guys later. Like, Liv's kind of over Finn. Liv's kind of annoyed with old Finn Balor. And the big question is going to be, who goes where? If we get Finn leading one side and Liv leading the other, who goes where? I would assume JD goes with Finn. Raquel goes with Liv. Then you've got Carlito. Probably goes with Finn. But the big question mark is Dom. Where does Dom go? Does Dom go to Liv or does Dom go to Finn? He's been more loyal to Finn, but Liv gives him nugs. Do you go with your boy or do you go with the girl that gives you chicken nuggets? Gives you chicken tendies? That's the big question right now. That's a big question right now. So we do have that match, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan taking on Damage Control's Kairi Sane and Io Sky. Before this match, we do learn that Liv will be defending the Women's World Championship against Io Sky at Saturday night's main event. Now, this match itself only went about 4 minutes. Could have gone longer. Sane hit Rodriguez with an insane elbow at one point, but Morgan broke up the pin. Sky then swiped out. Morgan died, or wiped out. I don't know why I wrote swiped. Wiped out Morgan with a dive. And Sane hit Rodriguez with a spinning back fist. However, Rodriguez then came back with a big boot and a Tahana bomb to pick up the victory. So not even Liv getting the win, not the champion, but Raquel. They need Raquel to look good, which I think plays off of what happens next. I think we could be getting Raquel and Rhea maybe at Saturday night's main event or somewhere soon. And so they want Raquel to look good, look strong before she takes on Rhea. That's my prediction, what I'm thinking coming out of this, just for the way it all played out. Because the heels start attacking Damage Control as soon as the match ends. And so out comes Rhea Ripley. Rhea comes out to make the save. Ripley fought off them for a moment, though, until Rodriguez shoved her eye first into the corner of the announce table. Officials then ran down to separate them. And there we go. Second straight segment where everybody started brawling and fighting. You had to be separated. Oh boy. Kofi just sent out a tweet. It just says, quote, "So what?" Question mark. Ooh. Did Wood send anything out? Hold on. Go find Awesome Creed. Awesome Creed. He's tweeting anything? Creed tweeting anything? Not today. Not today, but what the heck is this? Never mind. I think it's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. I thought it was a Power Ranger mask. It's not. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Anyways. So, Kathy Kelly then attempts to interview Gunther, but was interrupted by Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. Balor said that Gunther owed him a title shot because, well, I helped you defeat Damian Priest. Gunther's like, I don't owe you nothing because I didn't ask you to come out there. You need to prove yourself. And you haven't proved yourself to me. Balor then told Gunther that he should want to fight him if you think that I messed up what you were trying to do, even though you won. Dom was then kind of being a prick. So Gunther was like, oh, you want to chime in too? I got some pull around here. I can get a match with you. I'm going to talk to Adam and see what we can set up. So we had the first match in the tournament to crown the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. It was Dakota Kai, Katana Chance, and Shayna Baszler. I'm going to pull those brackets up on the screen. We're going to take a look at them really fast before we talk about this match. Let me see where I have those saved at. I think I have them in this folder. I do. They're right there. Let's pull this up on the screen. So as we look right here, no date set for the finals. When you look at the women's U.S. title brackets, it says finals, Saturday night's main event. This doesn't say, so they haven't put a date on it. I would think first Raw on Netflix. But we have Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler, and Katana Chance, which we know Dakota advanced. Zoe Stark, Raquel Rodriguez, Kaden Carter. On the other side, Lyra Valkyria, Zelina Vega, Ivy Nile, Alba Fire, Kairi Sane, Natalia. So here's how I'm fantasy booking predicting this. We know Dakota won. Cool. I would say you need a babyface somehow. Katana Chance steals the win. Maybe Raquel gets screwed by Rhea. You go to the other side. I think Natty wins this match between her, Alba Fire, and Kairi Sane. So you need a heel, Ivy Nile. So then we get Dakota versus Katana. We get Ivy versus Natty. Natty beats Ivy. Dakota beats Kaden. Finals are Natty and Dakota. And I'm torn. Because if I'm just going to fantasy book predict, I go Dakota Kai, wins this belt. Boom, there you go. How to do. But if I'm thinking how they might book it, I think Natty wins this title. Because the title has some lineage with her family. Not this one for certain, like this one, but the Intercontinental Championship overall has lineage with her family. So maybe they want to put the first ever, make her the first Intercontinental champion for the women's side. I would love it to be Dakota, but I just think it might go to Natty. I think that's what we're doing here. It might go to Natalya. As I talk about this match, the 7.5 minute match, not much to it. I think part of it actually took place during a break. Baszler had Kai locked in the Karafuda clutch, so Katana went to the top and broke it up. Kai moved out of her way, and Katana hit Baszler with a 450 splash. Yeah, most of this, nothing happened before the break. All this was after a break. Kai grabbed Katana and hit a GTK variation and pinned her to pick up the victory. So there we go. Huge pop from the crowd. Like one of the bigger reactions of the night, pop-wise, for Dakota Kai picking up that win. Again, that's who I would like to see win the match or win the tournament and win the title. But there's just something in me going, oh, they're going to give it to Natty. They're going to give it to Natty. As we move forward, there's a very cool New Day video package that highlighted their whole careers together, the last 10 years, them doing things together, them doing things on their own, this, that, and so forth. And I go, why are we getting all this now and not like different small little videos spread out? I thought New Day stuff was going to be the main event. They tell us Rollins and Zayn, main event. Because, well, New Day coming out next. So New Day actually came out top of the hour. So, and let me see something. Because I just got a message about, let me see something. Give me 1 second. Okay, Kofi still follows Big E. They didn't go that far. Kofi still follows Big E. We get this New Day 10th anniversary celebration, and Adam Pearce is in the ring, and he says, I want to welcome out the New Day. The Woods and Kofi come out. They're looking at all the stuff, all the New Day props and nostalgia and this and that and so forth. Get the big blow-up Budios box, and they got the trombone, and they go into the ring, and they got more stuff there, and it's really cool. And they're like, yeah, this is cool. This is great. Kofi high-fiving the crowd and this and that and whatnot. And Pearce goes, before anything, I just want to thank you guys for everything you've done. I want to leave the crowd in a little chant of New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. So the crowd starts singing along. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. And they get a big ovation. And Woods says, this means more than they could have ever dreamed when they first started. Woods says, we couldn't have done any of this without you, the fans. Thank you. Kofi said, it's been a wild ride. We've accomplished so much. We couldn't have done it without each other. They couldn't have done it without the fans either. The crowd then starts chanting, Big E, Big E. It was kind of a weird chant to start because they didn't know how they wanted the cadence. They're like, Big E, Big E, Big E. And then it finally went to Big E, Big E, Big E. Which says that they have something they want to tell the fans. And he wants them to know it's none of their fault. Like, fans did not lead them to this happening. And they love every single one of their fans. Kofi's like, we got a big announcement. And before he can say we're breaking up, Big E's music hits. We all want to go big. Big E comes out. They look shocked. Crowd pops huge. They're shocked and surprised, but also at the same time kind of happy to see him, I guess you would say. So Big E comes out, thanks to the fans for the response that he got, and wished, I was here under different circumstances. He said it troubled him deeply to hear his two best friends argue and bicker and say some of the most hurtful things you can ever imagine someone saying to another. They only had each other 10 years ago when all of this started. Kingston was mulling retirement because, well, the passion had been beaten out of him. Ian Woods were on the verge of getting fired from this company. One of the worst days of E's life and the scariest moment of his career, these two men were by his side in the hospital, making sure that he was okay, making sure that he was good. E said, I was sitting at home wearing a neck brace. You and your wife, you had a baby girl. You brought her over to me, to my house, and I got to hold her for the first time. And we all felt like family. Woods spilled tears on his shoulder. And he said, in Woods, I spilled tears on your shoulder when you won your boyhood dream of winning King of the Ring. He said what they built meant a lot to not just them, but a lot of people. It meant a hell of a lot to him, too. He said, quote, until I'm medically cleared to return to this ring, I'm going to remind the two of you exactly who you are. I'm going to be here to cheer for you, to root for you, to uplift you. I'm going to be here every single week to serve as your manager. The crowd cheered louder than even we heard earlier. And they started chanting, New Day Rocks, New Day Rocks, New Day Rocks. And then Woods would respond with, quote, Now you want to come back? After you watch us fight for months and argue to the edge of a cliff? And the last thing left was to jump? Now you want to come back? E, you left us. E said, I had a broken neck. What did you expect? Kofi would say, quote, you left us, E. Kingston said that E broke his neck. So what? Steve Austin broke his neck and came back. Kurt Angle broke his neck and came back. Edge broke his neck and came back. They all came back. And those guys didn't even have a family to come back to like he did with them. And I'm like, hold the phone. This man been out for 2.5 years. Edge was gone for 11. Can't use Edge. Can't use Edge. He said, those guys. Oh, I read that one. Woods said he and Kingston, they didn't change. They didn't evolve. They didn't grow. They stayed the same. So when E was ready to come back, everything was still the same. And it was a detriment to them. But they didn't think, oh, we got to do things different. No, we got to stay the same for him. We did things for you when you didn't for us. Kingston said, you were out for all this time and didn't even need surgery. Why didn't you come back? He's like, because I was out meeting with doctors, trying to get clear, trying to get back to you. Woods said, well, you know what? I tore my Achilles, which needed surgery. And I was back in 9 months for you. Kingston said E could have came back any time, but instead, he chose his new life, his new girlfriend, his projects, and his desk job over them. Which is, if you didn't get that line, because I saw a couple people go, well, I'm in desk job. Pre-show panel, post-show panel. Woods said that E has become nothing more than a burden. Everyone kept telling them, oh, we miss E, we miss E. When's E coming back? Like, they didn't miss E, because they did. Kingston said their philosophy was always, quote, we before me, but E has chosen himself, broken neck or not. Woods says that they can stop teasing the people. E is never getting cleared. Woods told him to get the hell out of the ring and go back to his desk where he belongs. He wouldn't leave. He didn't want all this thrown away. He offered a hug to Kofi, and Kofi pushed him back. Woods looked away and wouldn't look E in the eye. He couldn't believe what was just happening here. He kept pleading, no, not like this. Not like this. The crowd starts chanting, Big E rocks. Big E rocks. Big E rocks before Big E finally leaves the ring. Kofi then turns to Woods. They do the little handshake thing. Can't do it to myself, really. And they're like, we're going to be stronger now. Just the two of us. Crowd's booing. And Big E is in the aisleway, basically crying. If this wasn't one of the greatest heel turns ever, then I don't know what to say, because this was amazing. Brilliant. What a way to get Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, two of the most beloved WWE superstars, pro wrestlers ever of the last decade, hated in a single moment, hated in one segment. This was a masterpiece. You have one of the most loved groups of all time, three of the most popular wrestlers they've had in the last decade, maybe three of the most popular wrestlers in all of pro wrestling in the last decade. And you use that to turn them heel in a way where they kick out their friend that can't even fight for himself right now. That can't even say, oh, you want to turn on me to, like, I know I saw some people going, why didn't they beat up E? Well, he's not medically cleared. But this was so good. This was awesome. This was amazing. I don't know if it could have been. The only way it could have been better is if Big E was cleared and they could have beat him up. Like, he wouldn't leave the ring, and so they had to throw him from the ring, basically. But he's not medically cleared. They can't do any physical stuff with them, unfortunately. So I feel like if this is the peak, they were right here. They were right here. Like, it could have got, like, if like this segment was a 10 and it could have got to a 10.5 if they could have beat him up. But I'm not even nitpicking that, because this was so good. This was amazing. This was awesome. This was great. I loved it. It's one of the best segments we've seen in all of pro wrestling all year. One of the best single segments all year. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods kicking Big E to the curb and turning heel. All in one instance. Couldn't have been better. Like I said, like, that's the smallest, minute of things could have made it better. And it wasn't even needed because it was so good. I love this. I couldn't like them more. Moving forward, at a 6.5 minute match, it was Gunther versus Dominic Mysterio, non-title. Gunther patted Dom on the head and caught a laugh from the crowd. So Dom smacked him, literally smacked Gunther. Whoo! What do you think, bub? What do you think, bub? Gunther then booted him. Was about to powerbomb him into the post, but Dom countered and sent him into the ring post instead. Dom then followed this up with a suicide dive ahead of a commercial break. Gunther applied a sleeper after the break, but Dom blocked the referee's view and gave him a low blow. Dom followed this up with a 619, a dropkick, and another 619 before a great looking frog splash. Dom has perfected this frog splash to where it's one of the best frog splashes I've seen. I'm just going to say it. Dom has got a picture-perfect frog splash. Dom went for a suplex, but Gunther booted him. Killed him with the powerbomb and pinned him. Uno, dos, tres. So immediately, Balor hits the ring, attacks Gunther from behind, lays him out, hits him with the coup de grace, looks down at Dom, who's sitting in the corner, and he just says, quote, "Watch and learn, kid." Balor then goes up and hits him with two more coup de grace for grabbing the world title, looking at it and dropping it right on top of Gunther. And commentary says, no more disrespect than dropping the title right on the champion like that. Balor then just dipped out left. No Dom. Just left Dom there. Basically, as we learn later, Finn's the next challenger for the championship. Pete Dunne's being interviewed in the back. And he gets asked, so, you have a match with R-Truth tonight. But does R-Truth know that he has a match with you, Pete Dunne? Or does he still think he has a match with? And he goes, oh, don't say that name. Don't say that name. All of a sudden, there's a commotion. And officials start running towards this one little area, I guess, behind where they're doing the interview. And Kathy just goes, go with them. Kathy Kelly's is like, go with them, cameraman. And we learn Jey Uso has just been attacked. Don't know who did it. Adam Pearce is asking, yelling for help. Did anybody see anything? And then when it cuts, we come back from the commercial. We had a lot of shorter matches than we normally get on Raw. But a 2-minute match, like a minute and 50 seconds. R-Truth and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne controlled basically the entire thing. but then became distracted by the crowd chanting, Butch, 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 Butch. Truth then applied to Schoolboy, rolled him up and pinned him 1, 2, 3. Again, only went 2 minutes. That was it. We're in the back. Braun Breaker's being interviewed about his, match at the pay-per-view. Great match. They say that Sheamus is out with a broken rib before Ludwig Kaiser interrupts. Kaiser said he was moments away from becoming Intercontinental Champion. That was okay because he accomplished what he wanted to do. Take out Sheamus. A rib for a rib. Now, there's no stopping him from taking on Braun Breaker and bringing the Intercontinental Championship back to Imperium. I love this Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser is great. He is awesome. I love that they're pushing him at this level. He don't need to be any higher, but I'm glad he's not lower. Him being in the mix at the top of that mid card, and I know a lot of people don't like the word mid card, but being at the top of that mid card is right where he needs to be. Braun's like, I got no problem facing you because I know I can beat you. Kaiser would have then, I wrote this really weird. Kaiser would have that. Oh, he said, you're going to have a stupid look on your face. And you're never holding the Intercontinental Championship. And then advised Kaiser, how about you go get a Gunther's shadow before you do anything else? Basically telling him, hey, you can't do anything for yourself anyway, so why do you think you beat me? We'll learn a couple things for next week's Monday Night Raw. Rhea Ripley will take on Raquel Rodriguez, which I for some reason don't feel like that's going to have a decisive finish. I feel like there's going to be some screwy finish there that's going to lead to something more. We're going to have a women's IC title tournament match. Lyra Valkyria, Zelina Vega, and Ivy Nile. Then an 8-man tag. Wyatt Six, Nikki Cross included there. Final Testament and Miz, Scarlett included, I think. Because the graphic, let me pull up the graphic really fast. Let's see. We got the graphic here. I thought I had it here. Oh, it's right here. I'm going to double check this graphic really fast. So it is, as we pull it up on the screen. Yeah, 8-man tag. So it's Howdy, Gacy, Rowan, Loomis, Nikki against Cross, Miz, AOP, and Scarlett. Ooh. Shouldn't it be 8-person tag or intergender 8-person tag? I don't know. But apparently 8 with all of them. So Sami Zayn confronts Adam Pearce. And he's like, what's going on with Jay? He's like, he's still in the trainer's room, being checked out. We'll know more soon. Sami's like, well, who attacked him? Pearce is like, I don't know. Zayn said, you know what? I think I know exactly who did it. I'm going to go out to that ring right now and kick his ass. Sami storms off, and up comes Finn Balor. Balor's like, so am I getting my match? And Pearce is just like, what? He's like, I want Gunther for the title. And Pearce is like, I already spoke to Gunther. Unfortunately, you are going to get what you want because he wants the same thing. He will defend his title against you at Saturday night's main event. But you shouldn't be coming to me asking for a title match when you won't even defend the one you already have. You're lucky the War Raiders aren't here. And Finn's like, well, what does that have to do with anything? He's like, don't worry about it. I'll have news soon about you defending them tag titles. So maybe he's going to make Finn work twice at Saturday night's main event. I don't know. We don't know how long that show's going to be. I believe it's just a 2-hour show. 8 to 10. Could go 3, 8 to 11. I'm not sure, though. Can't go past 11, though. 11 Eastern, 11 Pacific. Can't go past 11 because they got news. News starts at 11. So we don't know the full how long of a show Saturday night's main event is going to be. And I think it's on regular NBC. You have to account for all them commercials as well. But if it is a 3-hour show, I wouldn't be opposed to it because it's a special event. Granted, these 2-hour Raws have been great, but if this is supposed to be a pay-per-view caliber show, then I wouldn't be opposed to a 2-hour or a 3-hour Saturday night's main event. But before we get into our main event here, talking Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn, And hear from our sponsors, Aura Frames and Spilt Chocolate Milk. An Aura digital picture frame is the perfect gift to share legendary photos of your traditions with people you love. You can preload the years and years of memories to make the perfect gift. This is not the digital picture frame you remember from the early 2000s. There's no USB or SD card and no hassle. Celebrate and commemorate all your best holiday memories. And we mean all of them, because Aura Frame has unlimited storage. One of the many reasons it's the best digital picture frame, according to Wirecutter, The Strategist, and Wired. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code PWU at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code PWU, or our link in the description below. The deal is exclusive to our listeners and viewers, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply. Are you looking to power up your day with a delicious, nutritious boost? Look no further than Spilt Chocolate Milk. Spilt Chocolate Milk isn't just any chocolate milk. It's packed with high-quality protein and essential nutrients to keep you fueled and ready for anything. Whether you're gearing up for a workout, needing a midday pick-me-up, or just craving a tasty treat, Spilt has you covered. Crafted with real, rich chocolate and the finest ingredients, Spilt Chocolate Milk delivers a creamy, indulgent taste that will leave you wanting more. Plus, it's low in sugar, making it the perfect guilt-free indulgence. So why wait? Grab a can of Spilt Chocolate Milk today and experience the perfect blend of flavor and nutrition. Use our link in the description below or the pinned comment to pick yours up through Amazon right now. No, I know I was muted, guys. I was trying to do something, trying to fix something. I was having a slight little delay. But as far as Aura Frames does go, you should go get one because they're great Christmas presents. Use our link and check it out. We're gifting one to a friend, and it's, very, very, very big, well-liked thing in our house. Especially with, everybody loving just looking at pictures, sharing moments, and this and that and so forth. But regardless, oh, I did it twice. Oh, well, my bad. As far as the main event does go, in about 10 minutes, and Zayn took most of the match before Rollins did, kind of pick up the win. Well, not kind of, but got the win. So I went to a break about a minute into this match with Zayn in control, Rollins being caught off guard. Zayn was still in control when we came back and hit a blue thunder bomb for a 2. Zayn followed it up with an exploder into the corner, but Rollins finally came back with a super kick. Rollins then told Zayn that his fight was with Punk. Zayn slapped him and said, "I know it was you." Basically saying, "I know you attacked Jay." Rollins drove him into the ring post, but moments later, Zayn booted Rollins and drove him into the post. Rollins then tried to fight back. Zayn grabbed a chair and threatened to hit Rollins with it, basically again saying, "You attacked Jay." But Rollins was like, "It wasn't me. It wasn't me." Rollins talked him down. Zayn threw the chair down, and then Rollins grabbed him, rolled him up, pinned him 1, 2, 3, kind of caught Sammy off guard. So after the match, they're down on like the mat, and Rollins is like, "I love your heart. I love your heart, but you need to start using your head. You need to start thinking a little more." And so it's like, Sammy, you care for all these people, and you think you're doing the right thing, but you're not. So Seth leaves the ring. Sammy stands up, turns around, and boom, gets booted in the face with what? a Claymore. By who? A hooded man, Drew McIntyre. Drew pulls the hood off like we didn't know it's him. Who else is hitting a running Claymore like that? Nobody. And so with that, he picks up the... I wrote this way weird. So with that, Drew is back. Drew stands over a fallen Sami Zayn, and the show goes off the air. The show goes off the air with Drew McIntyre back for the first time since hell in a cell, as Vince would say. I thought it was a really good Raw. I thought this show was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, now it's time to hear what you guys thought. I'm getting the poll going in the, what's it called? Get the poll going in the Twitch chat. Mr. Amazing, if you can't hear me, then you're muted on your end because I'm good on my end. Think of Raw. I know, Jonathan, we said that. We said the truth rolled up and pinned. Well, not Butch, but Pete Dunne. Remember, guys, if you want to get your comment, questions, or concern read live on the air, you can do so by donating a super chat in the live chat or Twitch bits on Twitch. I liked it. It was all right. I didn't like it. I really wish Twitch would let us do a poll for as long as we wanted and not cap it at 10 minutes. As far as all of this does go, let's check these polls. As far as the threads poll does go, 67% liked the show, 33% thought it was just all right, and nobody disliked it. Looking at the Facebook poll, if we can get that to open. For some reason, it's not wanting to show. There we go. It was all right is winning the poll. I liked it in second. Interesting. Yeah, it doesn't tell me percentages. Well, actually, let me see this. Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't tell me percentages on the Facebook poll, but looking at the Twitter X poll, %94 liked the show. 5.9% thought it was just all right. No one disliked it. Dang. Hot dang. Looking here at the YouTube community poll, 83% liked the show, 14% thought it was just all right, and 3% didn't like it. I'm looking at the YouTube live poll, 89% liked the show, 9% thought it was just all right, and just changed. 90% liked the show, 9% thought it was just all right, and 1% didn't like it. We have a super chat here from Jake. He says, "What's up, Tim? Now that Woods and Kofi are heels, do you think we get a new heel entrance?" Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yes, I think we should. Still go with the video game. You can still do the video game thing, but make it more like a Souls-like thing. Instead of like a Mario-looking video game, like you still do the video game thing or change it up. I don't care. But if they want to keep the video game theme of it all, you do like a Dark Souls instead of like a Mario style. You do like a Dark Souls evil-looking theme, like a scary game kind of deal. Silent Hill, Resident Evil. I think Dark Souls would work the best. As far as the music does go, I don't even know where they go music-wise. Because the New Day theme is just so perfect. And it's been around for so long. It's all going to be weird. And we're going to have to get used to it. But I didn't even think about that. Are they going to have to change their entrance? I might take your question and throw it up as a community thing and maybe turn that into a video. I like that idea. Thank you so much for that question. Hey, if other people have great questions like that, you can donate a super chat. Maybe one of your questions could in the future be turned into a video idea. As far as the Twitch poll, everybody that voted liked the show. So with that, guys, I want to say thank you for joining us here. Twitch.tv/PWU Unlimited, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. Now I'm going to go watch the, hopefully not cry, series finale of Superman and Lois on the CW. This final season's already made me cry once, almost twice. So I'm going to go watch this finale and hopefully not cry. Because if they're going to do what I think they're going to do, oh no, Clark. No spoilers, though. I'm not giving no spoilers. I don't know any spoilers. I've kept away from anything not wrestling related on social media, so I didn't get spoiled. But yeah, that's one of my favorite shows of the last 5-6 years. Superman and Lois on the CW. If you like anything comic book, if you're a Superman fan, a DC fan, watch this show. Superman and Lois, not Lewis, Lois on the CW is awesome. Do it, that, guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you back here on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. Have a good one, guys. All right, we're still watching live on Twitch. We're going to hit a raid really fast. We're going to